IVM.
Hey everybody, welcome to the IVM Podcast Network. Wow, we're dealing with some stuff, aren't we? The COVID-19 scare we're facing in India and the world has, it's really changed our lives, hasn't it? But it's also seriously impacted our ability to create podcasts and to get them out to you on schedule. Over the next few weeks, I'd like to ask for your patience if episodes are delayed or postponed. We're also going to be doing many of the recordings remotely, like this one, for example, right? And sound quality is going to be a little uneven while we're facing this time, right? If you want to listen to discussions about COVID, we have had conversations on Cider Says, the Prakati Podcast, Thale Harate, All Things Policy, the Habit Coach, and other shows as well, right? So, please do continue to stay tuned, and we will be talking about this stuff, and we'll be talking about life in general. Also want to thank our sponsors this week, HDFC Life and Paytm Money. So let's get on with this, and I hope you enjoyed this episode.
Hey all, my name is Siddharth Deshmukh and I'm the traveling professor. And I teach various subjects like digital transformations, marketing, business of media, blah, 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 etc. This podcast is my diary of sorts. This is the traveling professor's diary where I share cheer, insights, anecdotes from my journey and experiences. This is what I have in store for you today. This diary entry of mine, this latest one, is about books that I have not read. I didn't mean that by mistake. It's about books that I've not read, not books that I've read. Okay? A bit of a tongue twister, but we live in strange times. Now, as somebody who was an avid reader of books, I just find it really interesting that I'm not interested with too many books anymore. Sure, the book title looks really interesting and the cover looks enticing, and I pick up a lot of books still. Either, buy them off Amazon or, at the airport, or just pick them off a friend or from the library of the educational institute that I'm working in. And I start flipping over the pages and a strange sort of malaise gets to me. I'm really bored very quickly. Whether it's a fiction book or a non-fiction book, it really doesn't make any difference. And that makes me wonder. Am I the one who is corrupted by my attention span being compromised? Or are books getting lousier by the day? Now, the funny thing is that I don't mean any disrespect to all the people who have written books. I've written a couple of them, which I'm not particularly happy with. But no author is he or she, after they've written a book and they think about it, because your thoughts have progressed. But I digress. Why are books not enticing for me? And I suspect it is probably for you as well. And I suspect the answer is in YouTube. The answer is in Netflix. The answer is in TikTok. The answer is in Facebook. The answer is in LinkedIn. And I feel that if our attention has been taken by so many different other forms of information and entertainment that we can get, which do not really require us to concentrate the way in which a book asks us to concentrate, then we are going to gravitate towards those forms. To be honest, the amount of stuff that I have learned from YouTube and the amount of stuff that I've learned from books, there is no comparison. There are times when, and I'm just taking the author's name as an example, there are times when I learn more from Yuval Noah Harari, from his YouTube videos, than I do from his books. His books are excellent, Sapiens and Homo Deus and the rest of it. They're very dense and they're very difficult to digest. Somehow, the YouTube videos seem much better. So I thought I'll investigate why a little. And of course, it fell down to the senses. Our emotional centers and our visual center, and in the brain, of course, and our auditory center are all activated. And they have a big impact on the way in which we learn, we get informed and get entertained. When we are reading a book, we are forced to use our prefrontal cortex much more than any other time. And it's quite possible that that's why they become a drag. So are books old technology? I'm beginning to wonder, because if you look at the success of audiobooks and the success of podcasts even, we are beginning to understand the way in which we are using our other senses and other mechanical ways, or mechanics rather, to do the same purpose that books were fulfilling. Now, all the book lovers amongst you are going to, really get antagonized with what I'm saying. But don't get me wrong. I am, or I was, a book lover like all of you guys were. And I do feel that, there have been a lot of days that I remember fondly curling up with a great book and on a rainy day, for example, sipping a cup of tea or coffee or whatever your poison is. But those days just seem like fond memories now. I'd rather stick to my YouTube and learn something from, the latest, greatest thinker out there than invest in a book and get bored halfway. I'd rather keep a book down when I'm not interested in it anymore, rather than force myself or guilt myself to finish it. Life is too short. What do you say? Well, if you like this diary entry of mine, there are many more to come from me. I'm the traveling professor. You can follow me on Instagram and on LinkedIn. And if you like podcasts like these, there are many more such on ivmpodcast.com or the app. Just download the app. Well, until next time then, see you soon.
Advertising is dead. Yep, you heard me right. Advertising is dead. We're all in the content business now. Let's not call it news, TV, radio, etc., etc. It's all content, and we're in the middle of this weirdly exciting phase where all the borders and lines that have been drawn over decades has been swept away by this lovely thing called the internet. We're a show where we don't dwell on just the stuff that is now, but rather the wider stuff about advertising, media, content, and the whole goddamn circus surrounding it. Tune in every Tuesday for our weekly unboxing of the mystery box we used to call advertising. I'm Varun Dugirala, co-founder and content chief at The Glitch, and this is my new podcast, Advertising is Dead.
How many times have you motivated yourself to improve your sleep, or lose weight, or be more productive? How many times have you failed? Hi, my name is Ashton Doctor. Tune into my show, The Habit Coach Podcast, where we focus on creating small, tiny habits to improve your life instead of those big, impossible tasks. So make listening to me a habit every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com or on your favorite podcasting app.